What's up, guys? Today we're coming at you with a Blue Eyes Invoked deck profile. I was able to kick it at the locals, took this deck down there, went down to the video game world, and we had a little fun with it. So let's jump into the deck profile and let's see what we're coming at you with. I ran 3 Blue Eyes Alternative. You need Blue Eyes Alternative to be able to reveal Blue Eyes in hand, special summon, get it on the field, do some damage. We're running 3 of the mandatory Blue Eyes Vanilla White Dragon. You need it, your main beat stick. You want to get it on the board, get it in your graveyard, start going off on your opponent. I run 2 Dragon Spirit of the White. This card, I love just the back row removal for it, just to be able to consistently just keep removing those pesky cards that can get in troublesome on your opponent's board. Helps out a lot. I ran 3 of the White Stone of the Ancient. White Stone of the Ancient came in very clutch to be able to have this card in graveyard to bring out my Dragon Spirit of the White, and also to return the level 8s to hand, keep using recycling over and over again. Running 3 Sage with Eyes of Blue. Sage is just all around good to be able to help you get them blue eyes out of the deck, and also help to get your tuners out of the deck, which helps out a lot of your plays. I ran 1 Mating just to help with the combo with Sage, to be able to get the Sage target, get 2 blue eyes on the field. I also run 3 Alistair the Invoker. This helped with the Invoked engine, just to be able to get the invocation to hand, to be able to have extra plays going, and also the fact that it's also like Honest, to be able to drop it on one of your fusions to give it that 1000 bonus, helps out a lot. I also run a Galaxy engine with just 2 Galaxy Soldiers. I ran this just because I just wanted to be able to get the engine going, then after that cut it off, and just have to make the opponent be able to find a way to get over that situation. But this worked out very well. And lastly, for the monsters, I run 1 Max C just to be able to, just slow down the opponent. The opponent got too crazy, just say Max C. What you gonna do, sir? You gonna give me advantage, or you gonna stop right there? That is it for our monsters. For our spell cards, I run 1 Magical Meltdown just to be able to help to get to the Alistair, to get to the invocation faster. I just want to run 1 because I just want to get to play 1 time, then after that, cut it off. I run 1 Invocation. The only reason why, it's not a main focus for the deck, but I just want to make sure I can get to it and keep cycling over and over again to help to get my combo on the field. Very, very good. I run 3 Melody of Awakening Dragon. This card is just so good to get blue eyes, to be able to send blue eyes, to get blue eyes, then to reborn that blue eyes that you sent for this is just so good. Helps out with a lot of your plays. Run 3 Trade-In. You got plenty of level 8 monsters to be able to generate back either into your hand or either have them in your hand. To be able to get those cards in the graveyard and draw 2, helps out a lot. I run 2 cards of Constance just to help out with the stones, to get them going, get plays going with them, and draw 2 cards. And I also ran 1 Wonder Wand just to be able to help, I wanted to make sure I could keep baiting out my opponents no matter what. If they're going to have a Twin Twister, they wanted to make sure they got rid of a monster, to be able to do that. But this right here, I wanted to see what they was going to do, or either let me get some free cards. I also run 3 to Return of Dragon Lords. This card is just all around good for this deck. You want to run it at 3, you want to see it all the time. To be able to help protect your monsters from being destroyed by battle or card effects helps out a lot. And just to be able to reborn the blue eyes, that's very good. I ran 2 Silver Cry just to be able to help make sure I can get that extra advantage, to make sure I keep monsters on board no matter what. The main thing I like about this too is to be able to call back your Dragon Spirit of the White and be able to pop those cards and be able to banish them out, so that helps out a lot too. I run 1 Skill Charge just because, to be able to call something back, 3 or 4 of them cards, that can just game change right there, so very, very good. And lastly, for the spells, I ran 2 twin twister just to make sure I make that back rows on lock, make sure there's nothing back there so I can swing hard. But that is it for our main deck. For the extra deck, I'll run 1 Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon just to be able to make sure that if my opponent has a monster over there that can't be destroyed by battle, I won't be able to make sure I get that card off the field. So Twin Burst helps with that. I run 2 Macabres just to make sure that it gets that good negate on. If you have a spell, trap, a monster, be able to get rid of that. That helps out a lot. And to be able to make sure the card is banished instead of going to the graveyard, that helps you out a lot. I ran 2 Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Blue Eyes Spirit, I just love being able to tag out, to be able to get to another monster when you need to. They target it, tag it out, get the other monster out there, get some protection. Also too, the graveyard, to be able to negate cards in the graveyard, helps out a lot. I run 1 Azure Silver Dragon just to be able to help get my Blue Eyes back out of the graveyard. That's all this card was really good for, and I like that a lot. 1 Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon just to be able to hate on your opponent's cards. Like I said, that's the main thing I really wanted to focus on with the build right now, is just to make sure no matter what I can do, I can make sure I can get good negates on the opponent so that they have to work a little harder. Running 1 Ancient Fairy Dragon just to be able to just help to get into the Crystal Wing a little easier, and just to be able to if your opponent has some field spells out there, yeah. I also ran a Galaxy Eyes package and 1 number 95 Galaxy Eyes Dark Matter, 1 Galaxy Eyes Full Armor Photon, and 1 Cypher. This right here is just an all-around good package just to be able to steal your opponent's XYZs, to pop, and also to be able to just foolish usher dragon monsters into the graveyard. Helps out a lot. I also ran 2 number 38 Hope Harbinger Dragon Titanic Galaxy just to make sure that even if you got a big board over there, even if you got Return to Dragon Lords in the graveyard, multiple copies, I wanted to make sure I could keep them spells on lockdown. And that was one thing I wanted to be focused on. Didn't want to see no Dark Holes, Raigekis, and then just get blown out the water. So I like that a lot. And lastly, for the extra deck, we run the Cyber Dragon package with the 1 Cyber Dragon Infinity and the 1 Cyber Dragon Nova. This package helped out a lot. I didn't see it that much, but it was there in case I needed it. And that is it for our extra deck. For our side deck is always up to interpretation, but this is what I ran that night. I ran 2 Gamma Seal just to be able, just to be able to make sure if there's too much going on over there, tribute it off. Also had 2 Deco Sankas just to make sure back row stayed on lockdown. This deck, it doesn't really need the normal summon the way Blue Eyes is, so if you sit there and drop a Deco, special summon of Blue Eyes and then swing, do it. Do it for days. I run the 1 Effect Veiler just because it can be searched off of the Sage with Eyes of Blue. It's not as relevant in the meta right now, but the fact that this deck can search it, why not have it in there? I run destruction cards in 1 Raigeki and 2 Dark Holes to make sure back row, the monster zones are just completely wiped out. I won't be able to get that full swing on y'all at all times. I also had 2 Mystical Space Typhoons just to make sure, also like I said, the back row need to be on lock too. If I seen too much back there, get it on out the way. I was running 1 Imperial Order just to make sure that once I got my board set up, I could just pay for days on end, just say no spells, what you gonna do. But like I said, it is what it is. Also too, like I said, I dislike spells, so anti-spell fragrance had to hit it in there too. And sometimes your opponent gets a little iffy on you, and I don't like seeing stuff banished, so I ran 2 Iron Wall just to make sure that didn't happen. But that is it for the deck profile, guys. Let us know what you think. We're out.